This is How to Kill an Hour. I'm Marcus Bronzy.
I'm Sean.
And this is Pun-ish. Oh, sorry, I got a bite for that. And this is... That's right, it's punishment. It is where Sean and I invite you, the listener, to send us in your worst puns, your worst jokes, or best ones, to be honest. Just get some good ones in, yeah? Little bit dirty ones and more like as well. To jokes@howtokillanhour.com, jokes@howtokillanhour.com. The DMs are closed, right? Between the last episode recording this, the DMs are closed because they were just getting too crazy and hectic, and I feel like it's better for us to manage them if you send them to jokes@howtokillanhour.com. So you've sent them over to us, Sean and I read them out, and then we giggle our little bits off, innit, mate?
We do this.
Should we do it, Sean?
We do this.
Let's go. Oof. There you go.
Clean cut. Right. This is from Karen.
Oh.
I shall take you to bed and have my way with you. I will make you ache, sweat until you moan and groan. I will make you beg me to stop.
Hey.
When I'm finished, you'll be weak for days.
Hey.
Sincerely, the flu. Fair enough.
Big up, Karen. This one's from Diana. A drunk gets up from the bar to take a leak. A few minutes later, a loud, blood-curdling scream is heard coming from the bathroom. And then a few minutes after that, another loud scream reverberates through the bar. The bartender goes into the bathroom to investigate what the drunk person is screaming about. "What are you screaming about in here? You're scaring all of my customers," said the barman. "I'm just sitting here on the toilet, and every time I try to flush, something comes up and squeezes the hell out of my balls." With that, the bartender opens up the door, looks in and says, "You idiot, you're sitting on the mop bucket."
I didn't see that.
Oh, that's a hurty one.
Yeah, okay. This is from Jerry. Did you hear Mary Poppins stopped wearing lipstick whilst giving head?
No.
Apparently, the super colour fragile lipstick makes the dick atrocious. Wow.
What do you call a lesbian dinosaur?
Don't know.
A lickalotopus. What do you call a lesbian dinosaur's dog?
Don't know.
A lickalotopus rex.
Oh my god. That's really bad.
Sorry, Rob. Sorry.
Oh dear. This is from Julie Hool. Is that supposed to be Julie Hooley or Julie Hool?
I think Julie Hooley sounds better.
Julie Hooley.
Julie Hooley. Julie Hooley.
Husband says to his wife, "Tell me something that will make me happy and sad at the same time." The wife replies, "You've got a bigger dick than your brother." It's a classic.
That's a classic. Love it. This is from Alexander, come from the DMs. An elderly man goes into the doctor's office and says, "Doc, I have a problem. Every morning I wake up at 9 a.m. and I take a huge shit." The doctor says, "That's not a problem. Your body's working just fine. In fact, it's just like clockwork." The old man says, "Well, the problem is I wake up every morning at 10.
That's a good one. Okay. I don't know how to pronounce his first name. This is from Ligia Almeida. Ligia Almeida Oliveira. One day, Frank, an office employee, walks up to his co-worker at the coffee machine in the office. He inhales a big breath of air and says, "Your hair smells lovely." She storms off immediately and heads to HR to file a sexual harassment complaint. The human resources supervisor is puzzled and asks, "What's threatening about a co-worker telling you your hair smells nice?" The woman replies, "Frank is 3 foot tall."
Don't be like Frank. Right.
God.
This is from Mary. A little polar bear goes to his father and asks, "Am I a polar bear?" The father says, "Yes." "Dad, are you a polar bear?" His father, getting a bit irritated, says, "Yes." And your mum and dad were polar bears, continues the little kid. The dad says, yeah, of course. What are you on about? Go and bother your mother. So the little polar bear walks off to his mum and says, Mum, am I a polar bear? Yes, sweetie, you are a polar bear. And are you a polar bear? Yes, dear. Grandpa and Grandma were polar bears as well, too. His mother says, naturally, dear, we're all polar bears. Why are you asking? The little polar bear looks up at his mum and says, because I'm fucking freezing.
I had absolutely no idea where that was going.
It's so funny. Thank you so much, man. That's from Mary. Big up, Mary.
Big up, Mary. That was great. This one is from Neris.
Big up, Neris.
Neris in the DMs. And is that I don't know if that's a male or a female name.
Neris sent the email before. I think it's a female. Neris female. Like Ferris. Remember?
Yeah.
Ferris Neris?
Yeah, no, I recognised that. Yeah. Okay. She apologises in advance for this joke. All right. Okay, let's see. What was Whitney Houston's favourite type of coordination?
I don't know.
Hand-eye.
Hand-eye. Yay. Oh, we got to edit we got to edit the music in there. Hand-eye. That's heavy.
Neris, that is terrible.
that is perfectly terrible. It's from Karen Buckland in the DMs as well. There was once a very intelligent panda who lived in a zoo. One day the zookeeper left his cage door open. The panda headed to the nearest bar where a beautiful, sexy woman asked him back to her place. The panda couldn't believe his luck. She took him home, cooked him a meal, and then asked if he'd like to make love to her. Again, the panda couldn't believe his luck. They were at it all night, and in the morning the woman said, right, that'll be £500, please. The panda said he didn't understand. The woman said to him, well, I'm a prostitute. The panda says, but what does that mean? The woman tried to explain, but the panda didn't understand. So she got a dictionary out and showed him the word prostitute. It explained that this is a woman who has sex for money. The panda looked up and then turned to the page that said the word panda. And she said, could you read this out for me? The woman said, okay, panda. Eats, shoots, and leaves.
I saw them coming a mile away, but it was still brilliant.
I love a little play on words. I love a little play on words.
All right. An old lady takes the bus every day and sits behind the driver. She leaves nuts for the driver during the ride. This continues for years until the driver one day says, Madam, I've been appreciating the nuts for years, but I have to stop eating them because of my weight. Then I'll throw them away, says the woman. The driver says, why don't you eat them? The woman says, I just like sucking the chocolate off them.
Got it. All right. Little Jimmy gets to stay with Grandma and Grandpa for a day and night. Little Jimmy gets to stay with Grandma and Grandpa for the weekend. In the garden, little Jimmy is helping out his grandma with some gardening. He says, Grandma, I need to pee. She says, Jimmy, that sounds very dirty. Instead, when you need to do that, tell me you need to whistle. Sounds much better. Little Jimmy says, okay, Grandma. Jimmy had a great day and evening, and at little night, he fell asleep between his grandma and grandpa. He wakes up in the middle of the night, turns over to his grandpa and says softly, Grandpa, I have to whistle. Grandpa whispers back to him, it's okay, it's quite late, and we don't want to wake up your grandma, so why don't you do it softly in my ear? Dear. And we all know what happened next. I think that was the last time Jimmy stayed over in it.
Probably.
Sorry, Matt, smooth that bit. Right.
I went to my first Pornaholics Anonymous meeting last night. I had to leave, full of wankers. That's a good one. I like it.
A woman walks into her accountant's office and tells him that she needs to file her taxes. The accountant says, before we begin, I need to ask a few questions. He gets her name, address, social security number, and then asks, what's your occupation? The woman replies, I'm a whore. The accountant balks and says, no, that'll never work. That's too crass. Let's try and rephrase this. The woman says, okay, I'm a prostitute. The accountant says, nah, that's still too crude. Let's try again. They both think for a minute, and then the woman states, I'm a chicken farmer. The accountant goes, what? What does chicken farming have to do with being a whore or a prostitute? The woman says, well, I raised over 5,000 cocks last year. For the taxman. Ba-ba-da-bop. There you go.
Oh, okay. The sales guy kept pushing, though I'd already said no many, many times. So I shouted, no, net, 9. But he wouldn't take no for an answer.
That's that joke 101, isn't it?
Oh, that's brilliant. That's absolutely brilliant.
There you go. And that was our absolute
punishment.
That's what I'm talking about, man. So we're out of here, man. It's been fantastic. Thank you for sending the jokes in. Where do they need to send the jokes to, Sean?
Jokes at howtokillanhour.com.
That's correct, please. Not the DMs for the moment, please. Send them jokes at howtokillanhour.com. Let us know who you are as well, and we'll shout you out.
Please do.
They've been amazing caliber jokes this year. I feel like we dropped off a little bit of Halloween. It was a tough time because it's a tough time for jokes, isn't it? But we got there. It was bloody. It was. I'm not even going to do it. All right, cool.
Stop.
We're out of here. We'll be in here all soon. Peace.